Hi everyone. Today we will be walking through the administration dashboard for e-commerce merchants as you're powering Q&A on your product pages and building that knowledge base of content. So when you first come into your dashboard, you'll be presented with information around what your customers have been asking about, what content's been assigned to you through the My Work area, the amount of content that you've been building in the system, the users, and other useful information that gives you a quick link to that information and being able to access that easily. As you go down to the left-hand navigation, you'll have options there to dig into different areas that you want to see. You'll see a navigation on the top and the ability to search through questions, answers, articles, users, etc., as well as post new content yourself. So we look to provide a very user-friendly experience for you so that you can address the items that you need to address and get on with your day, and then you'll be notified when new items are accessible to you. So the administration interface is available to two types of users, both administrators and moderators. You can choose to give the role, the appropriate role, to your staff in order to identify who they are and what they should have access to. So moderators have access to the first four navigation options here, where they can have access to their dashboard, their My Work area, which is what's been assigned to them specifically, managing the content, and then also managing the users. Administrators have access to everything within the system so that they can change configuration options, customizations, etc. So as you come in, you'll dig through the work that has been assigned to you. Moderators are able to be assigned content. You can choose their moderation settings and what they'll be assigned to within their account that you can access in the administration environment, as you can see here, where you can determine what content they'll be assigned to, if they're going to receive an email notification about that, etc. When they get into the dashboard, they will see a summary of what's been assigned to them and why, whether that's new questions being posted, new answers being posted, if something's been reported as being outdated, etc. They'll be able to see those notifications and be able to access those reports quickly. When they dig into their My Work area, they will be able to see the details of what's been assigned to them and why, and then be able to go ahead and access that content. Under content, they can view the questions, the answers, you can import content, you have the ability to manage articles if you want Answerbase to power article creation for you. You can also view content insights, where we will suggest what content to create based off of the demand and engagement of your existing content on the system. So you have navigation options here, you have filter options, you have advanced search options in order to dig into the content that you want to find. You have bulk editing features if you want to edit content or delete that in bulk. Again, you can also post and import content as well as export content within the interface. Same thing with the users. You can dig into the users and view the lists and the user lists that are available on the system. You have options to see different details around their engagement and each user, as well as filter and do advanced searches on users as well, so that you can manage them effectively in the system. For the content, you are able to dig into, obviously, the new questions that have been posted or view the answers that have been posted. You have the ability to manage all of this as far as editing, deleting, choosing whether it's going to be public or private, adding product associations or categorization associations to that content. And your most typical use case is that when new questions are asked, you'll come in, you'll get a notification, you'll come into the system, You'll see what's been assigned to you. You'll come in and see the question, and then you'll go ahead and post an answer into the system. So when you post a new answer, you are able to edit and edit the text, add videos, add images, and format that in a way that's going to be friendly to you. You can also search existing content if you want to complement an answer with existing content that you already have. You're able to save drafts, and just we give you the tools that you need to edit the system or to edit the answer, provide the most valuable answer for the user, and then go ahead and submit that. Similarly, on the user end, you can manage their account. You can identify who they are, what their email address is. If you're allowing the users to have profiles, you're able to dig into their feature permissions, their profile information, what content they're able to access, and other settings that apply to them, and being able to see their engagement. For users, we also support user groups. For anybody who's on the business plan or above, you can group your users out, identify who they are, what group they're associated with, and then what permissions and content that they're able to access based off of that association. So that can be relevant if you want a controlled list of product evangelists or influencers that you want to give the ability to answer questions or post additional content on behalf of your company in order to promote that content generation, incentivize that, and have them be able to do that for you, building value for your business. You're also able to manage your categorization structure. So for e-commerce merchants, we do support the categorization of products, obviously, with questions being asked, and we recognize what questions are related to what products. You're also able to manage another taxonomy above and beyond that, where you can say that this question is a support question or a sales question, or other ways that you want to organize your content in associating that with the appropriate content posted on your system. When you dig into reports, we do support the ability for you to integrate your own reporting. So Google Analytics, Omniture, or other analytics providers or reporting third-party providers. You can insert your code into Answerbase. You can manage that through your settings. Your system settings, you can insert that code. But we also do give you a number of reports on our end where you can identify, to see what's going on with the engagement of your platform, dig into specific areas or pieces of content or types of content in order to see the engagement around those pieces of content, and look to be able to, get the reports that you need to make the decisions that you need to make. Also, when you're viewing the content from a questions list standpoint or the users list standpoint, you are able to also filter and see that, export those reports in order to make sure that you can get the information that you need around the content as well as the users within your Answerbase platform. As far as customization goes, you have a variety of customization options available to you. You guys can do a very simple customization of the knowledge base that builds up with just a logo and color settings. We also give you the ability to, obviously edit the domain name that the knowledge base grows on. The CSS, you can overwrite all of the CSS that Answerbase has applied. You can change the header, the footer, other areas within that knowledge base in order to adjust what shows there, make it mimic your own header, footer, etc., as well as identify, for the transactional emails that go out, identify what that content should look like, whatever markup you would want reflected in that. We have variables for you to customize and edit in order to communicate the message that you want with the branding that you want for those notifications. So I suggest you dig into the customization area. That works hand in hand with the integration tools that we have, where you have the ability to take snippets of code, place widgets throughout your current experience. We really do recommend that you integrate into your other pages. For e-commerce merchants, this is most typically on the product page with that product page integration of the Q&A, where you can do that with a simple JavaScript snippet. We do also support other types of widgets and API if you want to actually dig in and make that available and have the Q&A content be more controlled by your developers, and they can do what they want and have that displayed how they want with 100% control there. So we have customers that only use our API. We have other customers that do a hybrid approach, and those are all available to you within the integration tools within your Answerbase administration environment. Then last but not least, you have a variety of system settings that you can adjust and configure based off of your needs there. So the most common is to dig into these general settings here. You can set up your content publishing rules. You can identify whether you want to enable community features where, if you have other customers answering questions, and if you want to display profiles for them, if you want gamification rules turned on where they can gain reputation points, etc., you're able to do that within, this administration area, enable those features, and have that reflect for your Answerbase environment. We also provide, above and beyond Q&A, we also provide the support for articles if you want to expand your help content into how-to articles. For business plan customers, we also support what would be a file repository if you have PDFs that you want customers to have access to and be able to download. So you can choose what you want to display within your knowledge base and your Answerbase platform, and then identify that. So I encourage you to go through, see the different options that are available. There's some specific things. If you do want to turn on community capabilities, we have the ability to even enable a rewards program for your users, so you guys can identify what rewards to give to them, whether that be a coupon or product. You can identify an inventory there, and as they achieve certain levels of reputation through valuable contributions of content, you would be able to go ahead and have them rewarded for that. So all of this is configurable within the administration interface. Again, I recommend that you go through and just see what tools are available there. There's a lot of them. So if you obviously want a demo to walk through anything specifically, contact us through our Contact Us form on our website, and we will walk through with those. So I hope this was helpful. We look forward to servicing you in order to increase your conversions, increase the SEO value for your site, as well as the search engine traffic that comes into that Q&A content.